Hello, in this video we see how to create a workbook for an inspector, and then we will see how to enter inspection data. So from master file you cannot enter any inspection findings, and when you try to enter inspection data you get this warning message. So this master workbook is mainly to store data. So each data is recorded in the databases here in master file, and also for each inspector's file the findings database and activities database is updated. So in master file we can see all the findings from all inspectors. They will be combined here, and all the activities, and then we can analyze findings and then activities. Before creating a workbook for an inspector, make sure that routes are defined and assigned correctly. So before creating a workbook, these inspection planning and schedule table should be updated. This is very important. So you should ensure that you have all information in this table, and then you can create workbook for an inspector. So just click create workbook for an inspector, and then from drop down list select inspector's names. For example, let's select Nazam, and then we have options: keep data in findings database, to keep data in activities database. Here you can select no. So let's select no. And here you can decide file name starts with which name. We'll start with inspection tool. Now in our folder we have only master file, so new workbook will be created for inspector, and then we will see it here. Click on new workbook is created. As you see here, now we have a sub workbook for an inspector. So let's close our master file. Now let's open file for inspector. You see in the sub workbook you cannot see setup routes and then configuration sheet. They are hidden. So here in the list you will see the routes only assigned to this inspector. Let's start with RM3. So first step is select route name from drop down list. So once you select the route name, this equipment code and equipment description is updated according to the information in the setup route worksheet. So now let's assume we did our inspection. We have inspection findings. Now how to enter this inspection data. For each equipment we have checklist criteria. So let's assume for this belt we have out of adjustment finding, out of adjustment problem, and we should select from drop down list. We have only one option to select, so up arrow. So we should select this up arrow symbol from drop down list. So it means yes, for this belt we have this problem, and after you select the problem, so we should scroll to right, and then here we should write our findings out of etc. So we should have normally more details here and explain problem here in our findings area, and then keep scrolling right, and from here we should write work order number, and then we should select priority from drop down list, work order priority. So let's select, and then from drop down list here select cause reason of this problem, and then in this example let's say normal here. So we entered our first inspection findings, and then let's say for this motor we have abnormal noise, for example. We should keep scrolling right. We should write details of our findings, explain here the findings, and then keep scrolling right, write work order number, test, etc. Select priority, and then select reason. For example, let's say improper, inadequate lubrication. So, and let's say, for example, for this gearbox we have vibration, and then here we should write details of our findings, abnormal vibration on which point, etc., etc., etc. And keep scrolling right and write work order number, just example, select priority, just example, and then select possible reason. You can say overload, overheat. So we entered, let's say this time we have 3 findings, so we entered information to our enter inspection data worksheet. And next step is when we click update database. Now here first thing we should do is select blank date for this inspection, and then we can select actual inspection date from the calendar, and then if there is any delay we should select delay reason from the drop down list, and then we should select inspected by and then click OK. So if you remember, in our configuration we have table for this reason for delay. So this drop down take information from this table. So and then first step is select plant date. So from this arrows we can scroll back and forward to select plant date. So in this case, let's say our plant date is 26th of October. From here, now we are in November. This is today. Today is marked as red in the calendar. So here from the calendar, let's say we did our inspection today. Then since the plant date was 26 and then we did our inspection today, it means we have a delay. And now here we should select reason for delay. Why we couldn't perform our inspection in time. Let's say, for example, machine availability. And then inspect by, we can select from the list and then click OK. Once you click OK, and then you will see this automatic email is generated. This email address is populated according to settings and configuration page. Subject is written by macro. 0, please find enclosed, etc. And then attached is our inspection report. Click open to see. So we have 3 findings. These are the equipment codes. This is equipment description for our findings, and this is detailed explanation of findings, work order, work request number, priority, problem code, and then reason cause for this problem. And then from here you can send, and then before sending you can attach pictures, etc. You can write additional comments according to your needs, and then you can click send button. So once you click update database button and once you click OK, and what happens in background? In background, our findings database is updated and our activities database is updated as you see here. Since it was our first example, we have only one line. Each activity and then each findings, these databases are updated in the inspector's software book, and also they will be copied to master file. So in the master file you will see all the findings and all the activities from all inspectors. Apart from these 2 worksheets, also schedule overview worksheet is also updated. So since we did our inspection for this L3 RM3, and then since plant date was 26 and actual date was 1st of November, so let's see and check how it is marked. You see, plant date was 26, actual date is 1st of November. So since actual date is different from plant date, it's marked as red color here. And if inspection is done in the plant date, then it will be marked as green. You will see same sentence, actual F3, but it will be green here. So let's do another example. Let's select crusher for route. Let's say we don't have any finding or any new finding. We did our inspection, we don't have any finding. But even if you don't have any finding, you should update this information. So let's see what happens if you don't have any finding. Just click update button. So select plant date from the list. Okay, let's say plant date was 27, and then let's say we did our inspection 27. So from calendar we select October, and from October let's select 27. Plant date was 27, actual date 27, and then if you try to select delay reason, so you will get a warning. There is no delay. So you cannot choose any delay reason, and then here we select inspected by and then click OK. So this time what happens, as you see, again automatic email is generated. So this time we selected crusher 4, so related people to crusher 4. Now we see their names here. CC people is all the same, and then we see their inspection report for crusher 4. Dear all, there is no finding today for crusher 4 routes. So and then you can click send. So even if you have no findings, you should update databases. Our inspectors did their inspection on this date, but we have no findings. And then even in activities database is also recorded. Information is also recorded in activities database. So, and then what happens? Findings database updated, activities database updated, and then schedule overview worksheet is updated. You see. So L4 crasher 4 27. So our planned date was 27 and actual date is 27. So this is how you enter inspection data. Thank you for watching.